I actually wanted to meet you today because we understand that you have been with us from day one of the school's inception.
Yes,
And
yes.
Sanika has done a journey of almost 3 years with us. And as parents, I think we are really having that gratitude for you all because you have given that faith to us. And also, we can kind of gauge and find that support in you people to help us grow even more. So I really wanted to get in connect with you today, wherein I have a couple of questions. We are recording this call at this point of time, and we have a couple of questions that
Fine.
I want to ask you. The intent is that when new parents come to us, they want to hear from the old parents what
Hmm.
has been their journey like, right? So just
Okay.
the intent of this is to understand what has been your journey, and if required, to share it with new parents to understand how things have evolved and changed over the time. Yeah, so I hope, is
Fine.
it okay with you? Can we go ahead
Actually,
with it?
yeah. Pardon? Yeah, yeah. I'm so very glad and so very happy that she's learning from home at her own pace without and to tell you very frankly and a very in the beginning only, all the faculties are commendable. Very good knowledge. Very they take care of kids so nicely, because my daughter, her confidence is boosted because of teachers. Whenever it is taught something or asked something, if answer is given, and even if not correct, they will not say anything which is objectionable, like other offline schools I've heard about it. And they always encourage, appreciate, motivation is there. So I feel Cyboard School is a very apt school for this generation. And uh, subject wise, the teaching is good, the course curriculum is also very nice, provided with all the videos with it. And even these days, uh, uh, barring first year, now all the classwork is uploaded. So if something is left to be written, or something is just missed, if child is not well, then that can be that is like guideline for parents also. And in my case, I have put all the responsibility now on teachers as well as on my daughter. So I don't much interfere or worried about her any subjects, because I know whenever she says for the subjects, she will grasp it nicely, because teachers explain is very in depth and in an understandable manner.
Right, right, right. Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
yeah, and she yeah, and she could give a lot of time for a drawing and all. Last year she used to go to drawing classes, develop on her own, and she has reached a very good level, I can say, at her level age. Now she's going for dancing.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I'm very, yeah. I'm very much thankful to Cyber team, to first of all you, the founders, and all the staff, and of course teachers was taking
Thank
care
you
of
so
her.
much. Thank you so much. So many kind words,
And yeah,
Thank you so much.
thank you, ma'am.
When the founders, Kunal, Rajat, and we all, the team came together and we wanted to just get this work into place. The focus for us was to get good education for our children at their doorsteps. That
Yes,
understanding.
yes.
I have been into education sector for a very long time, and the more I have been and working with schools, and I got an opportunity to work around 1,000 schools across the country. And when I used to come out of the schools and when I used to make those reports for the schools, I used to always think that there can be a lot that can be done at a very, I will say, a very affordable fee structure. And that's what we wanted to attain, and we have been trying to do that. So thank you so much for showing that support. Thank you so much for showing that faith. I really want to understand from you, who all do you have in your family at the moment?
Actually, myself, I mean, we stay us as a small family. So myself, my husband, and daughter, only three of us. An extended family lives nearby, maybe 5 to 6 kilometers away. We are based in Mumbai right now, and we have come to Konkan. He's my
Beautiful
husband's
place.
hometown,
Yeah,
and
Konkan is.
and I'm a Goan. So, but we have come to his hometown, which is near just 50-60 kilometers from Goa border.
Wow, wow. I think you're
So,
blessed to be in that place. The moment you said Konkan and then you said Goa, I could in my head imagine all the places and look at the beauty of it. So, I just wanted to understand from you when you would have joined Cyboard School, it's been 3 years now. Um, what were your initial thoughts about it? Were there any
initial thought,
apprehensions?
actually, no, first year like was very nice. I mean, I was so impressed because I used to sit next to her, no, sometimes to because she was small, and it was really commendable. All the teachers, maths teacher, Hindi teacher, and even arts teacher Anjali ma'am. So she used to draw. She used to take help from me also. Call me. Now she does everything on her own. I don't interfere, but still I look at certain things if it is complete or no. And the most beautiful part is they are not burdened with everyday homework, which is my major concern. Like I see other students or other kids, evening time they go to tuitions. So morning they have to attend, and again evening and morning they have to travel a lot of traffic. 1 or 2 hours are gone in that only. So it is burden kind of. So here it is that her childhood has blossomed, I can say. Because
Such a
school at
beautiful
home,
thing.
at ease, and she is now without any burden, she's learning. So that's the major part. But then again, some people, surrounding relatives and whoever meet, oh, online school, then put her in regular school. Now she has to mix up. That is one thing is there, because she's not that social and she doesn't know the various traits of people or at her age. Like only she knows all goody things, because parents and teachers from Cyboard, they all appreciate only. So she doesn't know how what we say. I mean, this is, I'm talking from my heart. This is, there is something called as दुनियादारी होती है ना.
Right.
So like, she's small yet, but she has to survive in this tough world tomorrow. So she doesn't know if somebody scolds or somebody they do something wrong, like small things. So her father feels that she should get exposed to different traits of people in the sense of her age only.
Right.
But my thing is, if she is getting very good academics studies, so why to bother much?
So I think I have
Sitting
two
at home
opinions.
and
I have two opinions about it. One part is that yes, when the child will move out, he will meet people of different age, different
yes.
temperaments, I must say. But let us understand, if I rewind and let's go to our childhood, when we used to go to school.
Yes.
I think school was for us a place not only about learning, but doing a lot of other things as well. But I personally do. I love adventure, and I wanted to learn, and I love dance as a child. So I wanted to always learn Kathak professionally. I did it to some extent, but there was never time because I had to go to school in the morning. Then we had tuitions in the evening, so I didn't get that much of time to learn Kathak. So tomorrow, probably when I retire, I don't know how, but I would love to go back to Kathak and learn it. But
That's great.
I think what you just mentioned that about her dealing with people. Uh, First of all, she's in grade three. Grade three is a child of somewhere around 7, 8 years. Too young to
Eight
get
and half.
into that.
Yes.
Too young to understand the nuances of the world. And as they grow, they will be working on so many presentations and projects. They will be working in teams. The more they will work in teams, the more they will realize all of this. I'll just give an example. Today only I was having a word with one of the parents of grade 5 student. So grade 5, they do a lot of work together, because we also, for grade 3, if the exposure is thrice a year, for grade 5 that exposure becomes 7 times a year. That's the kind of difference that comes. So they were only telling me that, ma'am, they have created WhatsApp broadcast groups. WhatsApp groups. They all
Wow.
chat together. They come on Zoom calls. They fight with each other. They give each other work. They assign work. So uh, it's not that child will not learn. Child will learn. So, but yes, it will happen with age. Right now, I think she's too young and too novice for that kind of. As you just pointed out to me and told me that when you meet your relatives and when you meet your friends, they tell you send her to a physical school, right? uh, have you got that thought ever in your head, or is there something that you find where you want to send your child to physical school?
Yeah, only one thing, major thing is like now we are pampering her and she's learning from home, a good education, everything is good. But then that discipline, morning, all the kids get up, it is difficult for her by now. She hasn't developed that schedule yet, like getting up, uh, grooming and doing it all fast, and now for children like 7:30 one school is the nearby, 7:30 if they don't reach they are sent back.
Yeah.
So that kind of discipline she's not inculcating, because she knows like I don't have to go groom much, I don't have to go out, I don't have to eat breakfast fast, because if not at this interval, next interval is there. So she knows that. And sometimes it so happens that I'm engrossed with my some other work, and she also doesn't realize that class has started. So then I ask, so sometimes it's 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. So that is also one concern. This time she was very regular for this 1 month, because she was going to neighbor's home to attend all the classes. Here our broadband, we don't come regularly, no, so broadband is not there, and whatever this we had one instrument we had got, so that is also not working properly. So she used to go, so she used to take all her books together and go and then come up once only. So she at home, what happens, mom is there now, so mommy, where is this book, where is that book? So she's too much dependent.
So sorry. So I will like to kind of ask this and take the suggestion from you, which I think should happen. But I think I want a suggestion as a parent, if you feel right. If we put a cap and say that any child who is entering the class more than 5 minutes late will not be able to attend the class, do you think that will help promote the children to be in classes more on time? And do you think something like this should be done?
Yeah, it will help.
Yeah, it will help, right?
But there is one more, since this is online totally, so there are sometimes technical glitches, connection goes off and all. So without having their fault, they will miss it. So that is also one. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's like having a flip side of being online and offline both, kind of. While we were, you were telling me about her, arts that has really developed very well, and now she has started going for dance, So do you think that just because she doesn't have to travel to go to a physical school, and there's a lot of time, you mentioned there's a lot of time being saved.
And energy is saved.
And energy
also,
right. Yes. Is she getting time after school hours to do things that she likes to do?
Very much. She's enjoying her life, I can say. And even after coming here, there is no burden. Just she's attending and coming. I am also not saying revise everything, because I know she's a very, I can say, a smart, clever child. Because if whatever teacher is teaching, if she listens it whole, then she doesn't have to revise it at all. She remembers, because that kind of concentration is there. But if she misses, then nothing.
Yeah.
And the way teachers teach, we cannot do that by, though I was in an engineering college long back, but then I cannot teach her, because for primary teachers, these teachers are trained, they are into flow like, so we cannot teach that way. that patience. We
Right.
don't have that much of patience now because not in touch with that. Yeah, and
Right.
then each and every chapter we have to go. So if she religiously attends, then I need not worry about anything. It
Right.
is like that.
Uh, also, there's a huge impact that happens with the one is time and energy that we save for the child because he doesn't have to travel. The other
Yes.
important thing is also about the fact that school education has become very expensive. It's probably the good schools, the way
Yes.
they charge as school fees is something that bogs us down. uh, do you think anywhere has it helped you that we have tried to keep the school education of Cyboard School as minimal as we can? Has it helped you or your family in any way?
I feel it very comfortable, economical. Means it's not a burden, it's sort of. It's average. Because outside, if the same education, or maybe I cannot say education, more than education, there are other activities are there. In some schools, 4 uniforms, 5 uniform. There's this day, that day. They are totally into that only, and the education is not that important, and the quality of education which Cyborg gives is quite far better. I discussed with other teachers, sorry, other mothers also, like the kind of the projects they give. Only mothers and fathers have to do that, because children are not not capable of doing everything. Few things they do. And secondly, the homework, everyday burden it is. So here, and one more thing I wanted to mention is, if something like general knowledge and all is included in this quizzes at, at some in some of the classes, so it will be helpful. So they will keep check on the general knowledge side also.
Right. So I think at this point
Yes.
of time, the way we are doing general knowledge is we, kind of involve it within the subjects. So we keep them
Hmm.
telling about the current affairs and we keep on doing small, small quizzes with them. But you're saying that maybe dedicated couple of, hours in a week can help them. Right.
Yes, and it will be changed also, no, from
Yes,
the regular. Yeah, other
absolutely.
things are very good, and I loved the kind of arts teacher used to teach her, no, in the when she was in first standard, very first
Until
year.
now. Right.
Yeah, Anjali ma'am. Then even the dance classes used to be beautiful. That so is
Right.
not there now. Hmm.
Yes. So I
And
think,
celebrations, I recall the first celebration used to be like anything, all the classes together and all. Now the trend has been changed. It is in individual classes it is done, na, ma'am.
yes, yes. So why we moved from whole school together to individual classes, because now our focus is that children have to make friends with their own class students. So we want them to celebrate.
Mhm.
Some of the sessions are still done with the whole school. Like Children's Day, we had done it with the whole school together, dividing them into three batches. But we also want, when we do it in a smaller batch, it's easier for children to have fun with each other. So I don't know if you remember the last we had, the children that day, the classes were like, it was so difficult to manage the children for teachers for that day, because children were on the top of their voices, singing, having fun. So we want now the children should learn how to make friends with each other, in their old classes. And that's why you must have observed lately, they have started doing team projects. So if this year you have, I know she was also unwell in between, but this year they have done a lot of team projects. Children have come together in groups, and in groups they have done team projects. If I may ask you, has she been able to make friends in the school that she's studying right now?
No, don't think so. She attends, and then she knows the names of many uh, classmates, but it's not like that she has ever um, said wish that I should speak with them, I should get connected. She's never said. And she
And,
is bit reserved also. Yeah, bit reserved, not opening that much, but nowadays like she speaks and all.
if I really ask you, what is the change that you see in her from year 1 to year 3? Because as a parent you must be observing a lot in her. So what is that change that you have seen in her from year 1 when she joined us, and now in year 3 she's moving to year 4 the next year? So what is the change that you can see
Hmm.
in?
She has become more smart, I can say that, and vocabulary wise, or trying to speak English and all, she's getting better. And I can say her concentration level also has increased, and she's focusing only, like in classroom what happens, even she gets the uh, environment in normal, but here what is happening, it is only on the screen. So she pays attention, and she majorly she understands the topics. Her focus has improved. And one thing has not improved, gone in the wrong direction, is in first standard, and even this, she used to write a lot now, so her handwriting was good. Now her handwriting, and she doesn't, never able to write in that single line which is provided in the textbook. I mean, she goes out and then she will leave it incomplete. I tell her, right? I mean, these are some practical things, issues which are faced. Like in class, what happens, they write, but I also don't want them to write, because as much as she understands, and the context and what is there in that subjects, it is enough. We are not here to just mug up, because I've seen in many schools they asked to mug up, and which we had done in the past.
Right, right, right.
So here, intellectually, she's at a good level, I can say.
Great, great. So next year, while she moves to grade 4, there are a lot of other things that are going to get added. She will have an option of picking up a third language. She will be choosing clubs of her own. She will have Western vocals. She will have coding, a lot of things that will get added for her, wherein she can pick up things of her choice. Um, if I may ask you, what is that one thing that you really look forward, that if school can add this on and it can be something that is beneficial, and maybe it can help other children as well?
Actually, before this academic year started, there was one meeting with you, and even I think founders. So they had mentioned that for sports clubs, or this, there
Yeah.
will be a tie-up of Cyboard and the sports associations, or some,
Yes.
I can say. So that is not done yet, I believe.
So, I'll just tell you the practicality of it. We have actually reached out to the sports clubs, and we have actually wanting, and we have really spent very good time to do it. There are certain things which are very close to the closure, and about to happen. But what is right now happening is that the children are really scattered over the country. They're so well scattered around the places. It's very important that we have a certain limited number of students coming from one place to get a tie-up done, which is right now a bit of a point where we get stuck up. But still, it's something that we have not left out. We are still following with the sports clubs. We are ensuring that this happens. We want parents to, and I've been telling parents that if you look around yourself, any school that you have around you, which is the nearest, or the sports club that you have around nearest, they will be having some or the other physical activities happening in the evening, right? Please take your child out there, because ideally it's going to, we would want children to spend 2 hours out of their homes in the evenings to build on their resilience, to build on their physical comfort, to build on their sports activities. Because sports is not only about going and playing, not at all. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to fail, which is very important to know. It teaches you how to compete with others. It teaches you how to be a part of the team. So we want parents to go there. Yes, we are trying to get up with the sports facilities. Even now, we did have one sports facility who was with us, stayed with us, still with us, trying to do these kind of tie-ups. We have a lot of children who are playing sports now. So we have children who are playing cricket, we have children who are playing chess at national level, we have children who are playing football,
Okay.
skating. We do have those children. But what has happened is that right now we have not been able to scatter it to the whole country. It has reached some parts, but definitely not the whole country. We are definitely
I
trying to keep
understand.
on
I
adding
understand.
on, but we, I think there that's why we need help from our parents, spreading the word through our parents, wherein we can have children around your place, and that I think the referral that you people can give us is something that will help us immensely, help our children immensely, because then they will have children around them, and that will make a lot of
Right.
difference in getting things.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
One more.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. One more thing. Just wanted to add. I'm so happy that you have included that Raz, na, reading activity,
Yeah,
and she was so engrossed in that, and she was happy to read about many other things. It gives them information also, know about some region or this, and she used to read and tell me, you know what, mommy, this is like this is like that. And initially she had scored so much in that, and now I have to look, I have to give a look. So there is something called as donating. So what
yeah,
it is, I have to check. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So they
mommy,
can
mommy,
donate
everybody
their
is
stars.
donating.
Yeah. What
Okay,
happens
okay,
is children
for
keep
good cause.
accumulating stars, and then they can donate their stars for good causes. And whenever they donate
Okay.
their stars for good causes, they get some free readable books out of it. That is added
Wow.
to their RAS account. So for us, the main aim for bringing RAS Plus was, and why we have actually dedicated it into our classrooms. You'll be surprised to see if you talk to her sometime. You will be studying science, but you will have a RAS plus book that you're reading with that. It's not only about English. So we have got those storybooks of RAS attached to our subjects. So what happens is children, like you just mentioned, children are really reading a lot, which was really not something that we could attain that last year, but this year children are really reading a lot. We have children who have read
She's
more than 100 books in a year, which is commendable.
wow. She's like with on her own. She used to read. These days it is a break for her, but I still remind her. But I don't be after her. So let her do her at her own pace. Like, but she got lot of knowledge out of it. So
Absolutely.
many books she read. So,
I think
of course,
reading can
some.
be your best friend.
Yes, yes, because I am also a good reader. I was actually when I was small. I mean, my mother and father were teachers, so like we used to read, and that makes person like we study other person, and
Right.
it gives lot of experiences. The experiences we can experience, and their how they tackle life or what they have gone through, or some good stories, whatever it is, even the travel experience. It seems like we have gone there. So books are near to my heart, and I wish I have a good library, and I wish she will read it in future. Like physical books are
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. Trust me, teachers will ensure that children keep on reading RAS Plus, because RAS Plus is something that teachers, I think, take up with children at least 4 to 5 times a week. So they keep on asking them
Yeah,
what are
yeah.
books you're reading, and what you're reading. So they can't leave RAS Plus. We want them to get hooked to reading actually. You just mentioned you've come
Yes.
to your native city, and that also reminds me in the fact that even when you're traveling, she doesn't have to miss her classes. Has this become easier for you with online school?
Wow, that is because of that we are enjoying with her and she's enjoying. I just keep on saying to her, Dad, that if it was offline school, this was not possible at all. Coming and staying at this serene place. There is a beach nearby, so many temples, and all greenery and such a pure air, because I was not well, and after coming here, my this health is improved. Even
Wow.
she has become healthy. She has become healthy, little
Right.
what says से अच्छी हुई है, and strong she's become, and she's cycling also over here.
Great, great, great.
Cycle,
It's a
yeah.
blessing. It's a blessing. So when the moment you said you, and that struck my mind, because I think you've been able to travel, but still her education is going on. So you didn't have to take leaves and
Yes.
go anywhere, which is a big
No,
deal.
no.
Great. Thank you so
Yes.
much. It was so wonderful to interact with you. And
Same
I
here,
hope,
ma'am.
I hope that, we have always tried to remain reachable to our parents, whether it's teachers or me. But if in case, even in future, you feel you want to talk to the teachers personally, you want to discuss on any particular subject, or if you want to reach out to me, I'm always available, just a phone call away or just an email away. And thank you so much for this journey with us. We will really
Okay.
request you if you
Yeah,
can
it was nice
give us
speaking
some
with you.
referrals. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes, I will
Please
try
give us some
and let you
referrals.
know, ma'am.
Help
Yeah.
us help us
Yes.
add more students to the schools so that we can keep growing with you all. Thank you. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Yes.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you, ma'am.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Yeah. You. Bye. Bye.